Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So this past weekend on Saturday we have played our third competition match in the Czech Republic, and finally we have secured a victory, and it was once again a close one and we have won 5-4. So if you did watch the previous videos, I was talking about how we have lost the first two matches 4-5, and now the third match we have won 5-4, and surprisingly we are now in the middle of the of the ranking, that we are 8 teams in our division, in our class, and now we are 4th thanks to a better score overall compared to other teams that are now below us, who have also one victory, but they have worse score. They have won less matches in the individual competition matches against the teams. So it really plays a huge role how you lose the match. So if you lose 9-0, right, 9 matches during the day, that's obviously the worst. But if you lose 5-4, you still have secured the 4 points, let's say the small points from the individual matches. And at the end of the day, when everything sums up, it can make a difference between losing overall and falling down to the lower competition league and staying in the same league. So that was really crucial, and now we kind of benefit from our hard fight. So how it went on, and I will also talk about the most interesting kind of thing that happened to me and is happening also with the multifilament strings I'm using right now and with the Wilson RF rackets. So I have also finally won my singles match. It was a good one. I played really well, the type of tennis I'm used to. I've had an opponent I know for a long time, and I was confident against him because I know that he is a kind of a hard hitter who stays during the rallies like 4-5 balls. He can play really solid. He has a really fast forehand. But when I make him run for the ball, I constantly gain more confidence. And at the end of the day, he usually makes a mistake, or I am able to really kind of outrun him with my precise game. And that exactly happened. But it wasn't that easy at the beginning, because in this facility, in this club where we played, it's really close to the place I live. So just 15-20 minutes away from the place I live. So they have new facility, or re-engineered facility in the last couple of years. So they have 4 clay courts, 1 hall with 2 courts inside, with how it is called, the surface, with a rack, or let's say it's a kind of, I will put it in the link, or sorry, not in the link, in the video, what type of surface it is. And they also have some small training court. It is a very nice facility. The problem is that they have, instead of the fine clay used for the let's say renovation, they have used the clay with the bigger particles of the clay. So the clay is way slower than the usual one we use in the Czech Republic. And this one is particularly used, for example, in Austria, because they don't have as much people who can take care of the clubs. So they need the type of clay that is kind of easier to maintain, and it is also heavier. So the bigger clay particles stay on court, when there is the windy condition or when it is raining, it just doesn't go away that easily, like the, you know, very fine clay, and then you have to kind of repair the course after every, you know, very windy, when it's very windy day and the clay is just, you know, flying all over the place. Then you just have to put fresh clay on the courts, and you need some person that will do it. But in Austria, for example, they don't have someone really that maintains the club properly. They have smaller clubs that, you know, need self-maintenance, let's say. And they did use this bigger clay version on these courts. And it was really challenging, because not only the courts are slower, but of course the ball bounces like every second, or even like every second, third ball bounces not in a straight line, but it goes always like sideways, and the ball just stops and just doesn't go forward. It just bounces high, and it's so unpredictable that when I am, for example, used to the faster clay we have in our city, then the bounce is very nice and predictable, and you just you can position yourself, you can like stand, fixate your legs, and then you can go for the shot and you hit it and it's perfect. But with this type of clay, you fixate your legs, you are positioned, you want to swing the ball, but suddenly the ball like doesn't go towards you, it bounces more higher, it slows down, and you are like, oh, I can't reach the ball now, I'm too far away. But you can't move in that situation. You are already swinging your racket, right? You are already swinging, and you just like and these all types of reactions. Like you have to somehow bend your arm in very unnatural way just to hit the ball. So it was for me very challenging in the four games at first. So it was 2-2. Both of us, we were missing so many shots. We played so bad. It was kind of embarrassing, but then I found my rhythm and I just work harder and kind of, you know, more I was like more prepared for it. I started to read the ball better, and I've managed to win the match 6-2 and 6-1. And at the end of the day, it was a quite nice tennis, as also the spectators told me later. So I have won my singles, and then the match kind of develops into a quite a drama, and we have won 5-4 thanks to our ladies who won the decisive point, and it was already 5-3 when we were finishing my doubles with my partner, and we eventually lost the doubles 10-7 in super tie break. I think we kind of felt relief that we have secured the 5th decisive point, and we kind of lost the concentration in the ongoing doubles match. And also our opponent started to play better when they realized they already lost the whole game in total, so they started to play more relaxed, and it was I would say it was a really good doubles. Now to the, I believe, most important thing which I'm going to tell you. So I have tried a new multifilament string. It's the Wilson Sensation. It's a well-known multifilament string, but I have at home had only 1.35 millimeter variant, and guys, this is not going well, because 1.35 I have put it in my regular RF. Where it is? So here is it. Here is the 1.35 Wilson Sensation. And I am having, it's a customized RF. You can see it. The lead tape is here, the 4 grams of lead. And of course there is this overgrip. So in total like 10 gram extra weight plus the 1.35 multifilament string. And it changes the balance and the swing weight so in a so big way that the racket is now for me a lot harder to control and a lot harder to swing. I'm hitting late. Somehow the overall balance of the racket is that I just don't feel the racket like here in my hand. It's not that hand heavy as it was, and now the overall weight is somehow here, like in the center, or maybe like a little bit here above, and it doesn't suit these rackets at all. So these rackets have the small sweet spot and you want to really feel that you are in control of the head. But when you are not, with this thicker multifilament string, which also feels more dead now, which has logic behind it, right? 1.35 is very thick. So I could not play with this setup, and I have changed it after the first like 4 games in the singles. And I went with my RF future model. So this is the future model. It is also customized with the same thing. So it's now not 280 gram, it's 290. And it has the tecnifibre multi-field 1.3 millimeters. And this is the racket I'm now using favorably. I'm switching to it during match because I control it. I have better power from the thinner multi-field string, and still I have plenty of control, plenty of stability, or enough stability. Maybe the stability is not that good, but it's just enough, and I can hit with it more freely and more easily. So this is very interesting now. So maybe I will be looking for a second future lighter model that I will customize with the lead tape to make it 290 gram frame. So here you have it. That's why also I very much enjoyed the Tecnifibre TF40 290 gram racket. And I believe the 290 gram rackets are kind of missing on the market, and there should be more of them, and with smaller heads like the 98s. So this is the 98. The Tecnifibre TF40 290 is a 98, fantastic one. It feels like a pro stock. And I think that more and more people who are maybe not that physically strong, you know, I'm a slim guy, kind of more athletic type. Let's say I'm like the deminor type of player. So I need a racket that I can truly control and swing and enjoy. And I don't want to feel like the racket is not maneuverable. I want a very maneuverable racket that I can truly control 100% all the way through, from the beginning to the end of the match. And that's why now I'm in favor of this lighter model also during the doubles, which is very interesting. So guys, that was just my info and update on the situation. And next week we have a break in Czech Republic, but instead of playing in Czech Republic, I'm going to start playing in Austria, our first match, because in Austria there are clever guys. They just began a little bit later in May, when the weather is, better for tennis. It's not like 8 degrees or 10 degrees Celsius. It's just warmer. It makes sense. People just enjoy the tennis more, not like in the Czech Republic where we begin at the end of the April, which is really annoying. And I can't wait. It will be a tough match. We are playing in the Kreisliga A, so it's a quite high, league, and I'm the number 1 there. So I will expect once again good players Mostly I would say younger players that will give me a very hard time, and maybe I will finally place a camera there on the court. I will ask my opponent if I can film it, and maybe I will show you some footage in the upcoming weeks. So guys, as always, thank you so much for your support, for your comments, and you know, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis every time, every day, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!